Welcome back, everybody. Apparently,
Welcome back.
Jeff's got more episodes than me now.
Yeah, Guude had no idea that I did a solo episode in his absence.
I'm offended.
You should be. You should never go to Florida without me.
Well, you should learn how to read Discord.
I mean, I was granted when it was sent, I was preparing to go to the hospital to have a child.
Yeah, but there was like a whole month there, so I don't. That you can't even. I'm not even gonna let you use that as an excuse.
No, I can't use the excuse.
You could try, but there was you definitely had like a month period there where you could have responded.
I'm in a bed, by the way. I don't know if you can.
Are you? I can do that.
Get in one because I just realized it was dark.
Yeah. So, how many episodes did you record? Because what was cool. What was cool was that I had managed to lose enough episodes that our episode count was the same.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
I never thought you changed episode. I can change it back to a half an episode.
No.
And then we can keep our episode count the same.
I mean, I'll probably end up losing an episode again somewhere along the way. But I did because remember we started this. I had recorded 10 episodes before we started doing the this is a Guano thing, and so I was always 10 episodes ahead of you. But then over time, I basically have lost 10 episodes. And so as of me being finally like where I'm rendering the night of and getting them up the same time as you, our episode number was the same again.
Well, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Can you have to lose some more episodes? So in the episode that you missed, I basically got that elytra and put it into an ender chest that was in the same structure that spawned. And I was like, sweet, I'm going to continue on and see if I can go find more elytras.
Oh, did you?
And then then the next scene that you come back to is me just falling into the pit void because I did an ender pearl throw incorrectly.
Oh, no.
Okay. Fell down and
well,
died.
it's a good thing you put the first one away.
I put my important stuff in the ender chest. Otherwise, I was going to have to come all the way back. So I have one elytra that I do have 2 books that I need some levels to put on it. However, I still went over I did a tour of Chunk City to see what was over in Chunk City. And I went to Chad's place looking for the elytras, because saying, hey, if there's extra ones, great. We just know that they're here.
Right. I mean, if there's a bunch over there, you should just take them anyway. So were there?
Can't find a thing in all the comments of people who think they know where they're at. And this is why I don't get it. People were telling us to go to Chad's place and get all these elytras that he has, apparently. They're apparently in a shulker box in his ender chest.
Wow. Okay.
So after looking around, I was like, you guys are going to need to help me because I don't know where this stuff is at. I don't know what to do. And the comments were like, oh, I'm pretty sure he's got it in a shulker box in his ender chest. And I'm like, well, what the fuck's the point of that then? How's that going to help me? So do you have levels?
I have 20.
Can you do some combining for me? Because I have not.
Yeah, come on.
I haven't done anything since the death.
So have you made all your stuff again, like armor?
No, but I actually had some decent armor that I found in the those end areas or those places in the end.
Yeah,
I got some pretty kick-ass armor for the most part. So like I have a really decked out. I have a really decked out chest plate now. Protection 4, I'm ranking 3, mending. That was in one of the chests in one of those end cities. Granted, the thing is, I don't need a chest plate. I just realized that doesn't really help. Oh shoot! Are we supposed to put protection on the elytra? Can you?
I just have mending and I'm breaking on mine.
Okay, that's the only books that I have. So yeah, I guess I don't really have. I guess we can find out. I'm gonna find out if it even lets me try to put this on here. I do have a Protection 4 book that I got from Beef at Christmas that I never knew about. No, apparently you can't put that on the elytra though, so it doesn't really matter.
I did not know. I only have boots and a helmet, and my boots don't have anything on them.
Yeah, I realized that I don't actually have that much other good stuff, but I did purchase. Excuse me. Steal from somewhere that I found in Chunk City a really nice bow. So I don't have to read it.
Does it have mending?
Those? No. So there are bows with mending. So combine those 2 and then throw that on the elytra if you have enough levels for it. They did not have any. No place I found had bows that had both infinity and mending. It was just one or the other, which is what the new mechanics are. Anyway.
Yeah,
but I actually do need to get some string, which I literally just threw away a piece of string. But because this bow that I have here we go. Hold on. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but I need to put together because whatever one I got from it was very, very, very low on durability. So I need it combined with this or it's going to die. I don't have enough levels to do it either. Elytra.
So what's been what's transpired in the week other than
can you combine those as well? Do you have any levels left?
Yeah.
Are you broken? I was like, are you broken? You're just like...
I'm just standing here. Let's see here.
Are you combining them in... Oh, I didn't even know that there was an anvil right there. I was like, what do you... I was like, don't combine them in the...
Oh, that's why you didn't know what I was doing.
No, I was very confused on what you were just doing.
Is there another bow?
My bow's... Oh, wait, I was supposed to combine this as well with... Wait, where did it go? Apparently, this one doesn't have infinity on it.
Oh, your bow?
Yeah.
Well, you can't have infinity and mending, can you?
This one doesn't have Oh, this one does have it. Did I grab the wrong bow? Oh, shoot. I grabbed the wrong bow, actually. I didn't want this. Well, it'll work. We'll play with it. See.
My bow's... I guess it's okay. Yeah, it's good. It's a good bow. I'd
way rather have infinity than mending though, because you can just combine it with a normal bow in an anvil and it makes it all better again.
God, my bow takes 33 levels to repair.
33 levels? Dang. Yeah. Oh, there's another infinity or a mending bow in here as well. That's weird. Oh, actually, we have a lot of arrows, so maybe I'll just grab a handful of arrows for now. So I deal with this. So what did transpire in the week? I don't know. It's been a pretty just busy week in general with life.
Did you see? So the Mueller report got released.
I of course saw that.
Well, I mean, I guess it didn't get released. It got given to the Attorney General that Trump appointed. Yeah. Did you see today that
rock?
Did you see today that before anyone else gets to see it, Trump gets to add his own redactions?
I saw that the White House gets to
the White House
redact. I didn't specify whether it was
that's something
Trump himself doing.
That's an unprecedented thing, as far as I know.
Well, but it's also unprecedented because of the new rules and the fact that it doesn't have to get at all, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty weird thing. Can you imagine, like, as a child, if you got to edit your report card before your parents got to see it?
I mean, it'd be nice. Well, can you edit or just redact?
Well, yeah. You could just,
they just see like, look, you got an A in math, history redacted.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. I wonder if there ever be any kind of actual law and order in our country again, or if this is it.
I just told my wife this, and she completely doesn't believe me, but she also didn't believe me about the first election. The biggest concern that I have is the fact that I think because of the report and with the findings or non-findings or whatever you want to call it in the report, I think it helps Trump significantly in that he will get reelected in 2020.
I don't think he'll get reelected.
I do.
I mean, it's still one of those things where I don't know to what degree the elections were affected. I do know that there was some reports of attempts at hacking voting machines and stuff like that. Who knows if any of that was ever successful? That's the sort of thing I think we'll ever know. I'd like to think that they weren't, but I still do believe that if they were, like, it's not that sort of thing that we would ever even be told about, just because like it would mess with people's resolve in a way that like they wouldn't trust the system ever again, sort of thing. So I don't know.
You think they can trust it now?
That's
where it's so hard. Aren't we already at a point where you can't really trust the system?
That's the thing, is I don't know. I'd like to believe that we can. At least to the point where I'd like to think that, like, well, most of the votes get counted, and
we counted most of your votes.
And like, I don't know. I'd like to believe that, like, they're not getting altered by some other means, sort of thing. So those are things I'd like to believe. So let's just assume those things. I feel like more Democrats are going to get out and vote.
Well, and so that was her point as well, as she started giving me statistics on how only 1/4 of people in Obamacare voted or something like that. I don't remember. I don't know where the stat was that she got or what it was really about, I'll be honest. But it basically came down to the fact that most people didn't vote because in her opinion, they didn't think that there was a possibility of.
I didn't. I mean, not winning, like right beforehand, I started saying, I was like, maybe. But I still like to deep down believe that, let's be honest, nah. But,
and I think that same, what do you call it? It's not really complacency, but the same thought process you have, I think, is going to lead to.
You think people will feel the same way in 2020?
I think they're going to assume that there's no way that this man could win an election after all that. Like, no way the American people would be smart enough or dumb enough to make that mistake again. And welcome to 2016 all over again.
I mean, I guess it's possible. That's one of the things we're going to have to wait and see. I like to not believe.
Can you imagine if there's a second Mueller investigation in 2020? Because, literally the same thing happens.
I mean, what's the point at this point? Like, I mean, I don't know. It seems like the whole thing was a waste of our time anyways. We don't even get to see it.
I mean, I'm baffled that you ever really thought that you were going to get to see it.
Well, I mean, I thought at least Congress would get to see it.
An unredacted version, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I hear you. I just.
I don't know. I guess I had some faith in those sort of things.
I'm going back to the top. I just realized there's so many mobs down there.
Oh, yeah. I'm in bed.
Heading up there now. But, I mean, I'm sure that was interesting. So that came out when you were where?
I think I just got back. Maybe.
No. The fact that it had even gotten filed in the initial.
Oh, when did that happen? Friday,
yeah.
Yeah, so I was still at Disney.
So how was it? Like the details on how was the event?
It was really good. It was good. The event. You know how the event's kind of the tournament side of it's kind of always ran like a little bit like a madhouse.
Yes. With the guy who consistently would yell into the microphone that he runs these things for a living. He knows what he's doing, but nobody has any clue what's happening.
Yep. He was still there.
Was it the same guy?
He was still there, yeah. But on the plus side, they've brought in 2 other people, so it's not just Mr. I know what I'm doing. But he's still there. But your name and your station and stuff is now like on a monitor. Like, like you're supposed to be playing this at table 4 or whatever. So to some degree, you can ignore the guy with the mic. And
so that's actually good, because that was one of the biggest complaints we had last year.
Yeah. So that part I feel like has improved compared to previous years. Tournament was still very, very similar. Lots of games that you don't play on a regular basis. More competitors, I felt like this year. So it was a bigger field of people playing. But yeah, all in all, it was very, very much the same as previous years. The catering was better this year. There was breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. So that was good.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that was an improvement. So yeah, I think all in all, it was very good. It was very well done. Had a lot of fun. Got to see Arcus, Baj, and Packrat, and Honey, and Chad, and Aurelian. Aurelian had to leave pretty early, so like we hung out the very first night whenever we landed. My mom and daughter had a meal with them. My daughter got to meet her daughter, which they had never met before. So that was fun. They got to kind of hang out, and she's 9 and my daughter's 7, so close enough in age to where it's not like I don't know, like they're not too old for each other or whatever, and they would look at stuff on their phones and that sort of thing. But then she had to leave Thursday, so I only saw her like one other time the whole time we were there.
She had to leave super early.
Yeah, she had something she had to do.
Did it start on Thursday?
No, it started on Wednesday, so she did the first day and then she missed the second, basically. So she wasn't actually in the tournament. She just did other like side games and stuff. They had the original Power Rangers there, like the actors that played the Power Rangers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so Aurelian played some Power Ranger game against them. She was on a team. There was like a team of gamers versus the original Power Rangers playing some Power Ranger game. So that was different. You remember Jeremy, the guy that started Extra Life?
Maybe. Has he been at the marathon?
No, he's never been at the marathons actually.
I might not have met him then.
Okay. Well, last year he left Extra Life to be on the board at Children's Miracle Network Hospital, so he wasn't actually directly working at Extra Life anymore. But he's left altogether and started his own restaurant with his wife. So he was there, but he was no longer there in an official capacity. He played some of the games and stuff. But yeah, so I guess if you haven't met him, it's not as big of a deal, or you wouldn't know who I'm talking about. But yeah, he's no longer with Children's Miracle Network Hospital or any of that stuff. So that was kind of a change. They did the children's stuff a little bit different. Like this year, instead of the kids just kind of being there where you could always meet them, they did like these like wild card things where like you pulled a kid's name out of a hat and then you would go into like a room, and you could hang out with them and they'd talk about, you know, their story or whatever. And my daughter did some of the charity stuff this year, which she hadn't done in the past. That was kind of like her curriculum for missing school, like to like balance like her not going to school for the week. She learned about the charity and like how the kids are helped and how the money that we raise helps them and that sort of thing. And she wrote a little report and she met some of the kids and took pictures and that sort of thing. So that was fun for her.
So anybody that we know win the tournament?
No, we were all out on the first day. No, I take that back. I think Badge made it into the second day in a tabletop game. I was out on the first day though. I'm awful at all of the games. There was a Smash Brothers style game that I did pretty well at. But man, one of the games was like Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Do you know what Puyo Puyo is?
No, I have no idea.
I didn't know what it was.
Puyo Puyo is like the chicken thing, right?
No, what's the chicken thing?
We have those Pollo restaurants, like Pollo chicken.
No, that's Pollo. Pollo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that Pollo was different than Pollo. I'm
Please get your shit together.
Such a terrible person about my Pollo like pronunciations.
You know what we should do down here is we should have another water channel that kind of brings it this way, maybe.
I can't figure out what is wrong.
What is
with
that sound?
This. It's my son going crazy.
Oh, okay.
I can't figure out what's wrong with this. Why is this water stream coming out this direction? Like what? Thank you. Well, when I break it back open, the water flows that way, but it doesn't in any of these other.
I think you broke it early, maybe.
But I closed it back up. And that's what I did to the other ones. I would close it back up and just redo them, and and these ones all stayed. Like, what am I?
Huh?
What is wrong?
Well, there'll be dirt here, anyways, so it's only a temporary
thing. True, it just makes it. Yeah, I guess I can just go. Well, I was trying to dig this thing out because you said it needed to be dug out one more thing down, right?
Yeah. Well, this one needs to be dug out right through here too. Yeah. I mean, the water's fine. Because again, we're gonna put dirt down, so it'll be fine. But Disney was good too. My mom went with us.
Was it as crazy as last year? Were you as exhausted and didn't see anybody ever?
Yes. I did hang out because you remember last year I had Madison with me.
Doc didn't go this year?
No, because they limit it to people that were at our marathon. If you did not attend the marathon, you had to attend the marathon to be eligible to come this year, basically. And since he couldn't attend the marathon, he wasn't on the list of people, basically, that they were bringing in. What was I saying? Oh yeah, my mom went. She's 58 now, and so she wasn't ready.
I mean, I don't even think you were ready last year when you were there.
I mean, but I've done it.
Passing out, collapsing.
Yeah. No, I mean, but I've done it before. I know what I'm getting myself into, and I told her, but she wasn't ready for what she got herself into. But she made it. She had a good time. My daughter was glad she went. So it was good. It was all good.
Is your daughter still as into it, or is she getting to the?
Oh, like, yeah, she's super into it. Again? But you know what they did? So apparently last year, you know how Mickey talks to you. Have you gone and seen Mickey at all? Any of the years?
No, we didn't see Mickey. We saw Minnie and Daisy because it was a short line, and that's what we were by, and we realized that Jack did not like characters. He got freaked out by him, so we didn't bother to waste our time to.
Gotcha. Well, so if you ever meet Mickey, it's a completely different experience. But back in the day, if you met Mickey, he was the one character that had some kind of programming. I think there was people in the server room basically that were controlling, because he would speak multiple languages as well. Like if you walked in, like as an American, you talk to him speaking English, he'll talk to you in English. And if the next person behind you speaks Chinese, he's suddenly speaking Chinese. So he knew like every language known to man basically, and he would just talk to you, and you'd have a conversation with Mickey.
Every language known to man, American and Chinese.
I wasn't going to list them all. I mean, I listed two, and then I said, and the others. Okay, Jeff.
And that good old American.
Yeah, not English, was American. He didn't speak British. But okay, apparently it malfunctioned last year or something, so they did away with it. So now Mickey is just standing there. We go to see Mickey.
I want to know like how bad did it malfunction that they had to get rid of it? It was just all of a sudden like, hey, fuck you, kid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Here's my thing. So okay, it malfunctioned. I got it. I got you. You have all the money in the world. Disney has more money than Jesus.
Disney. Maybe they can fix it now. They just had to raise their ticket prices. I saw.
Did they raise? Well, you know what they've been doing.
Just last week they raised their ticket prices or something like that.
Really? I mean, their problem is they have a supply and demand problem. They can't supply for the demand that they have, and so they've been continually raising prices on every part of the parks because they can't. Because maybe that'll deter some people, basically. Like the Bippity Bop boutique thing, where they'll like the fairy godmothers do your hair and all that type of stuff. Like they continually are raising the prices on that because the demand is so high that they can't deal with it, and so like maybe we'll just raise the prices.
I heard that. I mean, this was Seb and I were talking about it last year, and I think it was because he was talking from a business perspective, and what he said made sense. But it almost the way he said it, it sounded like he had read that there was like a plan of Disney's, but it might have just been his fundamental understanding of business more than I do. But he was talking about how it would be way more lucrative for Disney to not like have admission be free because they make their money from so much other stuff. Unrelated to admission, and how it would increase your people wanting to partake because it was now accessible to them, but you still have you're still making your money from royalties and all those other things that happen in the parks. But that he also felt that possibly free admission would be just too much because the whole supply demand problem you talked about. You have too many people.
Yeah, no, for sure. Absolutely.
To be a way to deter things as well. It was very interesting that the conversation. Seb is a very smart businessman.
I don't think that they could ever deal with that. Like that's the last thing they want, honestly, because it's a nightmare already with the tickets as expensive as they are.
Well, and so that being said, did you get a fortune pick and get those diamonds?
I did.
Oh, okay. I went up and got a fortion pick.
They're all gone.
Find those diamonds. I'm like, we got a problem here. Zombie stole our diamonds. That is what also. Oh, I didn't realize you were in a bed. Let me. Makes me concerned for. Hopefully, I can go next year to the Extra Life thing. It being held at a non-Disney property, which at first I kind of liked the concept of it because I do think it's expensive. You're kind of stuck with the food and stuff that you get at a Disney property.
Yeah.
But there's so many things to do there and the convenience of how to get everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. That is what I'm least looking forward to next year is that they've moved to the Gaylord Hotel. And
I guess the question comes with that is how, when for the participants, we're getting our park hopper pass, like our single park hopper pass, which, if you're going for like 5 days, it doesn't save you much, but it's still a day. It was very helpful. And it worked out very well for me and Julia and Jack last year because, Justin and Aurelian weren't using theirs, so they gave it to us. So we ended up being able to not have to purchase a pass to go to parks they went for a day. I was doing tournaments, and then we all went as a family on one day. It was great, but will it come with?
I bet it doesn't. I bet the Disney aspect
of the resort
is going to be kind of done. I don't think
that's
I'll be sad about that. This year, as an ambassador, they gave me tickets for all of us. So my mom, me, and my daughter got a ticket. So that was kind of cool. I wasn't expecting that. And I already bought their tickets. And I even told them, I was like, listen, I don't need these other two because I've already bought their tickets. So and they're like, well, they're good for 8 years. And so I have 2 extra tickets this year that I'll use next year that are just left over or whatever. So that was kind of cool.
I mean, yeah, that's always nice. Yeah, so I would have just bummed them from you if I was there.
Well, yeah, no, like Honey, we had dinner that night, and Honey was like, I was telling her how she really needed to see the fireworks, and she was like, well, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to spend money on a ticket. I was like, well, here, take one of these, and I gave her one, and then they forgot it in their room, so they didn't even use it. Yeah.
Sucks. That sucks. But it's not even worth it to use it just for the fireworks, though. And that was one of the things is, we had, was there a shuttle that went out to see the fireworks at Epcot one night when I was there last year?
But you had to have a park ticket. Yeah.
Right. At the last minute it was, but you have to have your park ticket. And I was like, I'm not wasting this all-day ticket to go see the fireworks. And
the Epcot fireworks aren't even that great anyways, to be honest. Like, of all the fireworks, I mean, really, after you've seen Magic Kingdom's fireworks, like, the rest of them just pale in comparison, honestly.
Are we using all these grass blocks?
I don't know why there's grass blocks.
That's weird. There was a lot of grass blocks in there. I wonder if we used a silk touch pick at some point.
Maybe silk touch shovel or something.
Oh, you know what? It might have been a silk touch shovel.
Yeah, but no, like, yeah, I mean, I had already had the park hopper thing last year, so I went for the Epcot thing, and it was like 40 degrees, so you did not miss anything. It was awful because it was so cold.
It wasn't like an area that was, because it was so weird. I remember reading the thing, and we were kind of excited because we were just going to go, maybe Jack can see some fireworks, and it was talking about how it was a special roped off area, and that's why. So we were thinking that there was no need to have like this park pass, and we ended up. It was almost like an hour beforehand we changed our plans because somebody was like, "Oh no, you actually need to have a valid park pass for the day," and we're like, excuse me, like really?
Yeah, it was a roped off area. Because have you been to Epcot? You have, right?
I do long time ago. I wish we said, but we wanted to take Jack to the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah,
and turns out it didn't freaking matter. He didn't have any idea what was happening. He was 1 year old at the time, but.
So yeah, like the way Epcot is, it's all around that big pond. Like you have the pond in the middle, and then the nations of the world all the way around from the pond. And so like there was a roped off area at the front, the very front of the pond. And then they had like a dessert buffet and stuff like that, s'mores and drinks and non-alcoholic drinks, but drinks. But it was cold. It was so cold.
Yeah, I think I remember. I'm trying to remember what we ended up doing that night. I don't know if we went to. I don't know if we just might have stayed at the resort and drank or
probably
chilled. Yeah, I don't remember what we did that night, but we had a really good time when we were there. And I think, like I said, I wish we could have gone again. I wish I had paid attention to Discord, but it actually was like I think it was too. Like
I think bringing your newborn would have been enough.
Yeah, it would have been crazy. And honestly, had I brought Jack on my own, which was my original plan, because that's how I thought it was gonna, go down, I think it would have been a little bit overwhelming.
It is. Like as someone who's, primarily charging my daughter these trips, like it is a bit of a nightmare. You do know you got to have you can do it.
The what?
The water trough. You'll have to dig.
Water trough? Oh, no, I wasn't really paying attention to that actually, but I guess I'll just have to dig it out afterwards. Yeah. Let's go through, put it all down.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any. Oh, the morning. I woke up Friday or Monday, ready to go, and went to get to bed and realized that yeah, I had gout. It was like,
don't you always get it when
no,
we're on a trip?
No, like I have been so fine for so long. Like I don't even remember the last time I had it been the marathon. And so like it literally
so therefore, don't you always get it when we're on a trip? That's like saying that I always lose my voice when we're
yeah. I mean, but this is before I even left my house. So like I went to urgent care and like they gave me a shot of steroids and some little tiny little pill the size of an ant.
Viagra.
No, I can't remember what it was called. You probably know it too. But it's it's for gout.
What the hell is the pill?
Starts with a C.
Cialis.
No.
I know what you're talking. I know what you're talking about. Yes,
but and it was gone. It fixed it. I was fine the whole time. So, but yeah.
What the hell is that pill called? Now it's gonna. I don't remember. I've lost too much touch with my
yeah
my medical knowledge.
What is this? It's always this walkway under here.
What walkway?
There's just some walkway under here.
Some walkway?
Yeah, down here where the beacon's at. There's just some tunnel.
Oh, that was probably where I was running away. Remember I said I was or something was chasing me down there and I didn't have a weapon at the ready and
it goes very, very far into the mountain here.
Running away.
But anyways, I guess we should end this episode here. Our Disney talk.
All right, guys. We will talk to you next time.
Bye.
See ya.